Hello, hello, hello. Am I here? I am here. Y'all are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the moonlight. All right. Let me see. Who do we have here in the building? I am sorry for the delay. I just about have this system down pat. The only problem is that it's kind of sensitive. So, I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but got it straight. And I am here hoping that you enjoy this beautiful scene. There is no officer friendly tonight. He is still injured. But we're here, in my private villa in a secret location. Let's see, who do we have here? We've got Aunt Nettie here, first on the moonwalk. Then we have Coffee is Brewing, Miss Kitty, Shirley's Divorce Finally, Leo Lady. Oh, I see Leo Lady. Is she all up in here early? She must not have had anywhere to go. Mm-hmm. Andrea, Casino Lady, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame, Nola Brown, The Only Black But Not Bitter, Petty Patty, Lunar Brain, Fireheart, Shark Tank Life, Del Soul, Jackie, Jackson Tabasco, Mimi, Pen Pal 50, Bella, Justin's mom, Minding Business, Annette, Soundcheck Annette. Did you change your name? Mary Willis, Southside Chi Town, Pavlova. I said coffee is brewing. I got her. TD Will, AK's POV. All right, y'all. So we are going to, more discussion about this truck. There is a call that came out weeks ago. Now, the ironic part about it is I never reviewed this call for whatever reason because I fell behind on some of the Nesto stuff. So this is a call that I have not actually I've never reviewed. So that's why when it was mentioned, I didn't quite know what you guys were talking about because I never reviewed it. Hey, a hit dog 73. So that's what we are going to do now. We are going to get into this call. So we got some Dion, some Nestos, and some what's her name? Sonya the clown. You sound clown. I have got that's the next thing I gotta do. I've got to get all the rest of my stuff up in here. That's what I need to do. So anyway, let me switch screens and then where's my new screen at? I can't find my screen that I'm switching to. Let me see. I might not switch. I might just have to. Okay, I'm here. And then, hey, Bella. Okay, here I go. All right, so let me grab this call that we're about to listen to. Okay, share that, share that, share that. Go back here. All right, y'all. So here we are. We are going to get into this call and see what they've got to say about this here truck because the truck comes up and we are going to see what they have to say about it. Get that right. Okay, here we go. Mm. So Shay is letting us know that she played a very small portion of this call in part 8 of the Shirley Strawberry series, A Family Affair. This is the full uncut call. All right.
What? That's a message. Hello?
What you say now?
Yeah, I text your son, and he didn't respond. I texted him around 5 o'clock, but
Okay.
I didn't call him. But I said to him, I don't know who that is. This is around 2:42. I said, this is Sonya. You need a power of attorney to get your dad's truck. Send me your email address. I will forward one to you Monday. You need to give this to his wife to sign and have notarized. And I'll go like that.
Okay, he probably like, well, who the fuck is this? He might think he's police.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is. I am sure he is. Pen Pal 50 said, y'all, I have rewatched the Connect Live today 3 times. 1 and 888. Yeah, 3 numbers.
Right. I mean, but he knows the situation, right?
Yeah, he knows the situation, but
Okay.
in his head, y'all ain't talk. You know, he
But I
like
thought these young kids like to text anyway.
I know, but he don't like to do all that. He like me and you. He ain't no regular person.
Should we call him?
Yeah, you have to call him. He ain't regular.
He ain't regular. I sure wish I knew who these regular people are that he's always referring to. I mean, I don't know if y'all are regular or anything, but I don't understand. I don't know who these regular folks are, but I would love to meet them so that they can explain to me exactly what regular is.
You said he ain't regular.
Nah, he ain't regular. He right. He like me and you.
He's special?
Yeah, he's special.
I
Yeah,
guess so, huh?
he's special.
Okay, so that's him right there. Nesto. Dion. Dion, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I sent you a text to Sonya. Your father asked me to send you a text regarding picking
I'm
up
on
his
the other
truck.
line. Tell him I'm on the other line. So
He
you
can
get
hear
my
you.
book.
Yeah.
He can hear you.
Okay, 'cause I told him you special. You like me. You like me and her. You don't do that text shit. You got to talk real.
I don't know if she the police.
Yeah, I just told her that.
Jackson Tabasco said regular bowel movements. Now, how many of y'all get a text messages? The first thing that pops into your head is, I don't know if this is the police. Because the first thing that pops in my head, if I don't recognize the email address, um, I say, oh, this must be some type of scam, or this must be somebody trying to sell me something. That's the first thing that comes out of my mouth and the first thing that comes to my head. Not, I ain't know if it was the police or what. That's never come. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, no. Mm-mm. AK's POV said Dion sounds like a 90-year-old man, and he acts like one too.
Far from it. Oh my God.
I just told her that shit, pimp.
Far from it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
So
Uh,
anyway, for you to get the truck, you need to get a power of attorney.
I ain't no getting no truck. That's over with. No folks said that is part of the investigation.
So you have to wait till your case is over.
oh, that's what they trying to say.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
And no trying to say that what she straight up said. Took that stuff. She said
Now, this is early October of 2022, and they have already said that the truck is part of the investigation, ain't no getting it back. So they knew back then that this truck was an issue.
that she trying to goddamn. She said you got more charges coming. She said goddamn that your truck is part of the investigation because it's part of whatever evidence that they got going on. They took the paperwork out your truck. Essentially, the stuff that's in there, I say told folks they might well just keep that shit.
Right.
They want them folks to come down now.
Right.
Chop it up with them.
Right.
Basically, to fry your ass.
So what? The what? Friday?
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Fry your ass.
They need more evidence. That's why you haven't been indicted. So they think maybe she can come down there and piece some
You
things
said
together.
that you was indicted on 2 charges. And I just like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Unless it just happened.
That's what?
But you know, they can say one thing just to,
They do that to make you talk.
Yeah, yeah. But I ain't been.
How that work out so far? She said they do that just to get you to talk. Um, it looks like it worked out pretty good to me. Hey, Tamara, how you doing? Yeah, so they keep stuff and they do this and all these things so they can get you down there to do some talking.
Excited at all. Huh?
That's it. What they talking about?
Right.
You really need to be kind of a little motherfucker, man. Cause I be trying to let shit out, and you don't be knowing shit. But certain times, shit don't be that.
Oops. You ain't got no memory.
That ain't that. He don't call me like he call everybody else. He be preserving his time.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
ain't no fucking happening than she was. I don't like that.
Right.
Right, right.
You
Well,
heard me?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I heard you.
They asked me to Keisha.
You know, whatever that was that Dion said, closed caption didn't pick it up. It was like completely inaudible to closed caption. Hey, Kimmy, who Bella says Dion knows they gonna fry your ass. Sure enough, sure enough. Hey, Keisha Marie.
Yeah, that because what's the name went down there.
I told her the truth. That shit damn right case. I don't know what it is. I think they got that for sharing it, though.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You sure right. You sure right.
I'm just playing a guessing game. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right, because she ain't in none of my stuff or nothing. So you're absolutely right.
They asked me, they asked me, was this your girlfriend?
Who?
They asked me, was she your girlfriend?
Yeah, closed
Keisha?
caption is absolutely not picking up any of this. And the thing about going to the police, they can't get anything out of you if there's nothing for you to tell them. So if they told the police something, it must be something for them to tell. Pen Pal 50 said Dion deaf phone is horrible. Casino Lady said, do I need a hearing aid because I can't hear nothing? No, no, it's the call. This is awful. Keisha Marie said, I like the new. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wow.
Nah.
Who?
That's not what they asked.
What?
You heard me?
Yeah, I heard you. Wow. They
Yep.
really trying to put something together, but they ain't got nothing.
I'm
That's funny.
for one of this girlfriend, man. I'm not lying, shit. I don't know what that is.
Wow. Wow. They goddamn Sheridan ain't shit. She ain't shit. I told mama she ain't shit.
No, you
At
didn't.
all. I said, if something happened to you, you should be fucking done. Kids be outside in the street.
No, she won't, because
They
I'm
do.
sure there's insurance.
That don't make no sense.
I don't want nobody to be out in the street. I got it.
Oh, no, I ain't talking about me. I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about the fucking daughter.
You're right.
No, I ain't talking about me. Shit, I'm going to be like you
Dion said he
told.
got you. Don't worry about her.
Yeah.
Trust me, if something happened to Shirley, I'm sure she has made provisions for her daughter and her daughter's children, which are her grandchildren. So I don't know what he's talking about. Hey, beautifully made 13. You said regular people are ones who work? Uh huh.
It's one of
Yeah, we ain't worried about that.
Yeah, I ain't worrying about that shit. But yeah, that's all. They just trying to get on something. They ain't got nothing. So I ain't did shit. So I know what's going on. I got a fire lawyer, so I ain't really worrying about that part. They just
Well,
trying to.
no folks straight told me. I straight got to the point. Hey man, I'm trying to come down there, and I'm trying to come get the truck. No folks told me it's not happening. They told me I couldn't get the property because the next of kin got to get the property, which is your boat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, that's not true. Y'all keep trying to make her come down there to talk to release property. I said, I done been in trouble before. That's not how that goes. Y'all just want to talk.
Huh.
You're his son, so you can get it too.
Yeah.
If I had been in trouble with the law, what would come out my mouth is no. If I never, I've never been in trouble with the law, so let me Google. Dion is saying I've been in trouble with the law. That's not how that works. I mean, just loud and proud about the thing. And Sonya is saying that Dion can go and get the truck too. No, he can't, because Shirley, well, in a regular world where people are married to one person at a time, that's his wife. So she is technically the next of kin. So Dion can't just show up down there and get whatever he wants. Shirley has to be the one to do that unless they both give him permission. Hello, Shelly928.
But what they trying to do is they trying to make her come down there. And they trying to say that she basically she's a victim too.
Aunt Nettie said, Cobb County got you, nasty Nesto. Shark Tank Life says, I remember this call. I was thinking Nesto might have some type of policy taken out on Shirley. Well, according to him, he does. He that was mentioned, I think, in another call, maybe a Dre call. It was mentioned that he had he had a life insurance policy. Hey, CJ says, is this the call where they're trying to give Dion or Lamont power of attorney to get that truck? This is what they're talking about. It's what they're talking about. Hey, Sunflower Babe TT. And how are you? Shirley's divorce finally. I hope all, went well and all is going well for you today.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Ain't
And
no
that ain't
basically fuck it. That's what they said. I ain't got any shit to code. That was going on.
right. But they ain't
So
though.
like I told them, you know what I'm saying, I don't even know what God accused them for. So I told her to break it down to me. She said, you're saying, but what the hell you got accused me for? So, you know what I'm saying?
Say that again.
She
Yeah.
acting like you. I asked her what she was in trouble for. 'Cause I still don't know. She told me everything but what you accused for.
Thank you. Thank you.
But she said she was the arresting officer though, but then she said she was a detective too. So I was like, that sounds confusing.
Well, because the
Right.
case came to her before. It was an old case. It's not a new case. That's why the detectives made the arrest instead of a police officer. Because it wasn't like a
No.
stop lesson and a cop gets you and then the detective gets the case.
See, that's what I thought happened. I thought you got stuck on a traffic stop.
I
The,
did.
uh,
No,
the
I
dates
did.
of the offense go back to 2020. And then you got some from 21 and then you got the latest was June.
I get all that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, she's saying that she's the person that put the cuffs on him.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what she's saying.
but she ain't no detective though. She's a white police. She's a police officer. She the one can't. She pulled me. No, she didn't pull me over. She saw me going down the street. She turned the fuck around. I pulled into a plaza, looking out a building there for rent. I had a video camera. I pulled my video camera out and I videoed the police pulling up. And then the bitch pulled up. Another
Was
police
she
pulled
in
up.
a marked car?
No, she was in a police car. She was in a fucking police
Well, like
car.
I told her,
She was in
I'm trying to figure out why this is a debate. Why is whether you were arrested by a police officer or a detective, why is this being debated? I don't understand that. And we all know Officer Fields made detective off of him, okay? But I don't know why we are debating this. And I watched that body cam video and I'll have to watch it again. I don't recall him videotaping when they were he no, let me ask this. Let me ask this. How many of y'all see the police and just take your phone out or whatever and start recording just because you see police cars? I want to know how many of you do that. Hey, Sonya's Boots. Let me see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Let me see. What did Pen Pal 50 say? Where is Pen Pal 50's comment? Okay. Yo, when you said Shirley's a victim too, she sure is. She sure is. Hey, Anastasia Nelson. Who's being congratulated for something? Let me see what's happening here. Nesto. I just have to share. I'm overjoyed. I attended my baby girl's third graduation yesterday. She now has a medical doctor, and today I was a part of all the teenager shenanigans as we prepared for prom. I love that part when you prepare for prom. Now, don't tell me Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame. You was up there trying to get yourself a prom dress too and stand on the, what do they call that? Where you watch the young people go into the prom. I forget what they call that, but don't let me find out you was trying to get yourself a dress so you could stand out there with the youngins.
A regular police car, right? A marked car, right?
Yeah, Mark Carr. Yes.
Well,
I
this
got
is
all
what
that.
happened. She told me that something down like the computer equipment or stuff like that. And I was like, well, you know, cause she asked me this question. I was like, well, I really can't give you no answer because I don't know how to be around my daddy for a while. I said, I didn't know that he was locked up for 3 weeks.
What kind of relationship do you have? Like, I knew where my mom was every day. What kind of relationship is this where your dad is locked up for 3 weeks and you know absolutely nothing about it? That is just weird. Even husband, because you know Shirley didn't know either. So, y'all, we have a visitor. Well, not a visitor. We have someone here who has decided to become a member. It is Saj. Welcome to the Moonlight Investigators. Drop your emojis in the chat. Y'all, welcome Saj as a new Legacy Moon True Crime and Mystery Investigator. And thank you for supporting the platform. That was some quick thinking. I did that. Anyway. Oh my gosh.
So she tried to like, oh, see, I don't have a good relationship with you. I said, that's not what I said. I said, I wasn't around him. I said, he's starting a security company, and I'm not on that. I said, I'm out here trying to find some business I can start this Big Brother program with this barbershop. Since y'all introduced me to Steve Harvey and we did that program, and I realized they weren't listening to none of the older people. They didn't listen to nobody but me and you. They weren't going to listen to you, and so I told them what was really going on out here, and they need to listen.
That's true.
So I know y'all can't make heads or tails. So let me say this. Dion is talking about, you know, looking for businesses and stuff. And he is talking about how when he went to the Steve Harvey, hey, I revives. Hey, Southside Shy Town, when he went to the Steve Harvey's, you know, that camp he has, all the young kids, you know, they wasn't listening to the old heads like Nesto. You know, they was only listening to him. So he was giving them advice and telling them, you know, hey, look, y'all need to listen to him. You know, he know what he talking about. This is what Dion is talking about.
True.
So I broke that down for her. That's what I'm on. So we on two different paths right now. That don't mean what you think it means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's that. I tell you.
I let her know the truth. Huh?
Go ahead. What now?
And I just let her know the truth about Keisha shit. Because at the time, I didn't realize what took place with the Keisha thing. But I told her the truth, though, that Keisha was a damn nutcase. She was like, that's not the first time she heard that. So I don't know where these names coming from or what the hell going on. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
she has to put the balls right here. Keisha.
Right.
And shit, that's
Keisha's a nutcase. Okay, she's mentally ill. She's a nutcase. All right. Yeah, well, Hey, Nubian Queen. Leo Lady said, what, Dion? Why did you have to make a long statement? Put Steve Harvey in there. That had nothing to do with the question. Absolutely nothing.
really, it really is. Like I said, they took everything but like the clothes and security stuff out the car. The paperwork gone, she said.
Yeah, all that's gone. I don't even need none of that.
But then she
Yeah.
lied to me too, and she said that motherfucker was on a repo list. And I'm like, shit, me? And then I got there get the confirmation that shit is paid up past up today.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So I'm just listening. I'm like, shit, some of this shit not making sense. But I told her though, I like personally, they don't want to come down there and talk. They never talk about they scared of you. You know what I'm saying? They, you know what I'm saying? They like, well, I know they probably feel like we trying to set them up for that. I'm like, but they don't know that. I'm like, but I don't mind coming down there and talking. But at the end of the day, y'all really just ain't telling. You still ain't saying nothing. But coming down there to talk, it still don't make sense. Y'all trying to eventually stick me down here, get her down here, and accommodate you. And I don't have that to say to y'all because there ain't shit to say.
Right. That's right. That's right.
She don't have to say, you know what I'm saying? Like I told them, man, your business is your business. You can touch your business how you can touch your business. You tell it to you tell yourself. And they want to know about Shotty Doo-Wop. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That comes from Charity.
Sure. But
Yep. That came from her.
So what's Shotty Doo-Wop?
Okay, so Leah Lady says, hey, allegedly in Harmon. Hey, Del Sol. Del Sol says they have zero compassion for his daughter. Absolutely. Leah Lady said, and that was a lie, Dion. Nobody told you that unless it was a a pappy. Justin's mom says he cusses so freely in front of Nesto. My son is 29 and he won't say hell in front of me. I didn't cuss in front of my mother. I'm not saying a cuss word didn't slip out once or twice in my life, but I didn't cuss in front of her. I didn't. I was sitting up here, my sister, she was doing, her letter writing that they do with the witnesses and studying her watchtower, and I was trying to order some lunch, and I said, my sister, she's older than me, by 10, 11 years older than me. So I'm sitting up here looking at the menu, and I'm like, what the hell? What kind of shit is that? Or something like that. I said, she was like, will you please? Now, I tried not to, not just because she was doing the Bible, but I just tried not to use cuss words in front of her because to me it's like a sign of disrespect. So I would not, I didn't do it in front of my mother, my father. Now my father's never heard me say a curse word. And I don't do it in front of my sister, not so much so because of the religion thing, but more so it's just a respect thing. I know she doesn't cuss. She used to, but she doesn't now. Hey, no 54, how you doing? Hey, did I speak? Yeah, I spoke to Rossi. I Revive says Dion has no loyalty to his siblings, none whatsoever. Bella says I don't curse around my elders, and AK's POV said Nesto and Dion have and show no respect, none whatsoever.
I know what you're talking about.
You really want your truck. You have your attorney talk to her, your wife at all?
No, he said he's gonna call her back Monday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get on him Monday.
He would have to have a
That's what I
conversation
told her
with
too.
her.
Though. I told her that neither one of us even have to go nowhere. The attorney can go get that stuff.
Right.
Your attorney.
Mm-hmm.
He can get your truck if they was gonna release it. And if he can get your property if they was gonna release it.
They can release the truck because no crime was committed in the truck. You got paperwork out of a truck.
She was saying that the crime was committed with the truck.
No, that is not true.
What, he drove to a location in the truck and held somebody up?
Thank you.
Silly rabbits, the truck is the crime, not a crime. Here's the thing, the whole idea that this is what they are discussing is crazy to me. Not you should be able to get your truck back, they shouldn't have took it, it was wrong, blah 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 blah. That's not what they're saying. They're saying, well, what, no crime committed in the truck, as if to infer that, well, one was created outside the truck but not inside the truck. Silly, silly, silly. Aunt Nettie said he didn't know Nasty Nesto until he was 13, and he didn't have that father-son relationship even though he wants it. Exactly. Exactly. CJ said that truck was obtained by fraudulent means. Yeah, it was. And that's what they're not getting. I mean, maybe Dion is like blind to all of the or most of the misgivings of his father. I don't know.
Right, that's the only way you could say that crime. Right, that's the only way you could say that that was part of the crime if it was a getaway car.
Yeah.
Like in all cases, when people go into crime, right? Unless
She
like
said what now?
he trying to act like
they acting like you kidnapped somebody.
What?
with the truck. That's how he acted with the vehicle, as if you kidnapped somebody in the vehicle or killed somebody in the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Or ran somebody
Oh,
over with the
I got
vehicle.
you. I
Meaning
got
the
you. I got
vehicle, right? The vehicle is paid by your wife, who has proof of income. So they can't
you.
even
Right.
say if it was done with illegal funds. No, it comes out of her account, which she has proof of her income,
Right.
and it's in
I
her
got all that.
name. Yeah.
Right.
So them just trying to hold on to it.
Okay, so here we are admitting on this recorded line that the vehicle is in Shirley's name, and she is the one who would have had to get it because she's the one with the income. So here we are setting it up for the prosecution, because we now know that Shirley Strawberry says she don't know them folks on that application, she don't know them numbers, and she don't know them email addresses. She's never seen them before. She don't own them. So what you have just done is confirm that this man illegally obtained a truck, put it in his wife's name, and that therefore is the crime. Del Sol said Nesto knows the truth. He knows the truth, but he'll never admit it. I think he's one of those people. You know how there are children who they think that if they, what am I trying to say? If they say it enough times, it'll be so. I really think that that's what he's doing. He is trying to literally convince himself and say it so many times that it becomes so. And I just don't think that it is going to work out that way for him. Hey, Bible lady, how you doing?
It is in her name.
Yeah,
So
it's
they
in her
trying to
name.
say that she's the only person that can get the stuff out of the car because it's just the car is in her name.
Right.
But I'm like, really, truthfully, she came out and just straight up because she came out and just straight up said it. We just really trying to get her down here to talk to her and let her know what's going on. Her name is on the document.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but she don't know nothing going on, so that don't make no sense. None of that shit
So
don't make sense.
they saying that her name on the document and they want to confirm with her or deny with her that she put that on there or not.
No.
So back in this is not anything they pulled out the hat in April of 2025, because way back in early October 2022, as it says right here up on the screen, when this call took place, the police already suspected that this truck was obtained fraudulently. They already suspected that back then. That was in 2022. We are in 2025. So they did not just pull that out of a hat. Hey, salt and pepper tresses. This is something that they had been investigating and looking into. Therefore, that makes the truck the crime. Interesting.
We don't want her to
Yeah,
find
yeah, yeah, yeah.
listen.
Yeah, I got all that. I got that. Yeah, I got that.
So
Yeah, I understand.
that's what it boiled down to now.
Yeah.
They just fishing still.
Right. So I got you. Yeah. They're still fishing. That's a shame.
She said,
Now, it's interesting. She says that they are just fishing. It seems to me like they caught the fish. They just getting, they're just cleaning it. They've already caught the fish. They're just cleaning. They're cleaning and cleaning. And they're coming closer and closer. It's almost clean. It'll be completely clean once Shirley takes the stand. Bible lady says she don't know nothing's going on. Not that nothing. She don't know nothing is going on. Not that nothing is going on. I get what you're saying. Pen Pal 50 said I got that. Yeah, Mary Willis says Shirley is blind. She was blinded by him. And Petty Patty said Nesto and Sonya in all his business. Bible lady said, caught a fish, cleaning it, and getting ready to fry it. Fry it. And if Sonya keep on, she gonna be a side on the menu.
You got ones in multiple counties and states. She just basically put me down just to stay the hell up out of Roswell, Georgia. Straight up.
Right.
There ain't no way to put it out.
Stay south.
Straight up. Just, hey,
Stay
man,
south.
you just,
Yeah.
okay, she gotta get rid of that stuff and she don't come get it. But that's, that, all of that's part of the just we want to talk game.
That's fine.
That's
She can
all
always
it
go
is.
down there with a lawyer and get the
She
truck.
don't want to go. She don't want to talk.
She don't want to go at all, but she can go with a lawyer, and a lawyer can sit there and say, you can't ask her any questions. And a lawyer can go down there, and she can say nothing, and they can get the vehicle without her saying anything. She just needs to go down with a lawyer. And y'all can share the same lawyer.
She hasn't committed a crime. Why does she need to go down there with a lawyer? She can now. What she can do is go down there and take care of whatever business needs to be taken care of, and say, I don't wish to talk to you." She can do that, but why? Only guilty people enter the police station with a lawyer. Shark Tank Life said, definitely scaled and gutted. Grease is almost hot. Bible Lady said, side order of coleslaw. Leo Lady said they are scaling the fish on April the 30th. They gonna get the fish and drop it in the grease. Baptize that ass. Putty Patty said, listen to Sonya with her illegal advice.
Because y'all are married.
I don't know about that part now.
I'm just saying.
I don't think that. But
She can.
yeah.
She can take their attorney down there with her and get the because it's their case.
The officer said that she believes that she does it. Basically, that she's not part of it. She's not part of what's going on. It is basically, man, I'm talking about some bullshit. I ain't even like keep on going step on what they supposed to say. Post on some bullshit, straight up and down.
Straight on some.
They want to Thomas to confirm or deny that she can do anything with whatever they trying to say going on.
Yeah, that's all it is.
If my husband was innocent, okay, I don't need, if he was truly innocent, I would go down there and I would help fight for my husband's freedom. But why would the police need to try? I mean, I know the police, they set people, it's happened before. But why would the police be so mysterious? You know, first of all, if my husband was sitting in jail, I'm going down there because I do want to know what's what. Why is he really there? What's really going on? Okay, you're not giving me back the truck. What's going on with that? So I would have known the ins and out and the who's and the what's and the where's and the why's and the how's early on in 2022, not just finding out and getting a feel for things at the end of 2023 like Shirley did. Hey, lady, how are you? Kimmy Who says, I hope that after they finish with Nesto, Sonya's bony butt is next. Shark Tank Life says Sonya is definitely the side dish. She will be on the platter too. Can't wait to see it. Leo Lady said the icing on the cake will be on October the 30th. Sonya is presented with a civil lawsuit. Aunt Nettie says Sonya knows what to do with his early October 2022, and here it is April 2025, and he is still in jail. She says he's an innocent man. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame said, I believe Shirley was in grave position with Nesto, and I believe he would have given Shirley something to affect her mind, to declare her incompetent, and eventually off for her insurance money. That's not too far fetched, especially with Erica. It's just not, it's not too far fetched that something like that could happen. Rossi said, I think Shirley was told, and Shark Tank Life said, right, I ask questions. I'm from Czechoslovakia. I'll be checking. Okay.
At the end of the day, wife, and y'all got joint stuff, or then y'all might not have them. I do not know. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right. I got all that. I got all that. But
They want to know if you put that on now, or did little Chris on the
It's funny how they keep throwing that around. She's the wife. No, she not.
block?
Very sorry.
yeah. I got it. I got all that. I got it. Well, here's the thing. She lying about the indictment part. That's another lie. She don't know what she's talking
You
about.
got two of them.
No, I don't.
What does he mean she lied about the indictment part? First, why would it? I mean, I know detectives lie, and that's what they allowed to do and supposed to do, and this, that, and the third to trip you up. Y'all been watching Law and Order since last night. I decided to watch. I love that show, but anyway, I know they say things to trip you up, but why in the world would the officers tell Dion he has two indictments and he really don't have two indictments? I think Nesto says I think he thinks if he says that's a lie, that's not true. I think he says if he says that it makes it not true and not a lie. Hey, Linda, how are you?
No. What they did was
Bella said, "This is what happens when you let a bum lead you." Okay. Hey, Diva Shawnee.
they
You got
took.
two of them, and you got some more on the way.
That's the
Okay,
earliest
that's
that
fine.
happens Friday. If that happens Friday. Because as of Thursday, he didn't have indictments.
Well, say that again.
As of Thursday, he didn't have any indictments. But, you
As
know,
of
you
Thursday.
have to call the attorney on Monday and verify.
Well, this
So
is
as of Thursday, he didn't have any indictments. I'm not so sure Sonya knows how to read that sentence anyway. I mean, not sentence, but the Odyssey system. I'm not so sure she knows how to read that because she's always misinforming him about what's going on.
could be still. This could be the stuff that was already we already know about, and she just still not anyway. You know what I mean?
Right,
Now
right,
you got more charges out the blue.
right,
Well, what they're
right.
saying with Fulton County is all his charges are still under investigation, and he hasn't been indicted on any of them yet. They're just still they're in the investigation stage still.
I'm just not finding out that you got shoot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I just got here Wednesday.
Wednesday.
But hey, I'm out here called kind of nigga. They done built a new joint. I had this shit like some federal shit, bro. This shit is so high tech. This shit
They
crazy.
cleaner over there.
It's clean.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, face bad.
Cleaner and
Man,
the food is better.
I'm on that booty shit, kind of like a little bit high road. This shit way. I ain't got to.
You know what, y'all? Hey, Joseph Bullard. I really wish that this man was in Cobb County. I mean, not Cobb, Fulton, over there on Rice Street. I really wish that's where he was housed.
Go see where I'm getting stabbed in the neck. Hell, only killed 3 niggas over that last week.
Where?
Yeah,
In
it
Fulton
right street.
County. Yeah, it's all on the news.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah,
That shit
somebody
going.
got shot at that before.
Yeah, the police brought a gun in and shot a nigga at the table, at the gambling table.
What
Shit
the
crazy
fuck?
over there. Yeah,
What?
that
You
shit
in a
crazy.
better place.
Yeah, man. I'm in a way better place. It's just boring right now. They
Wait,
moved down to the underdog with the white.
do they? I didn't know they had guns at the jail. I thought that. Yeah, Bella said, huh? Yeah, I didn't even know. So he's saying that it was some folks, some inmates gambling in the jail sitting at a table, and one of the guards took a gun and shot him. I didn't know that they had. I mean, I knew they had those like when they had to give the deployment team, which I've only ever seen in prisons. I've never even seen that in jail. I don't know. Maybe they do have guns. I just did. Let's go back and listen to that a little bit more because
Where?
Yeah,
In
it right
Fulton
street.
County. Yeah, it's all on the news.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
That shit
somebody
going.
got shot at that before.
Yeah, the police brought a gun in and shot a nigga at the table, at the gambling.
the police bought a. But why would they have? I mean, I mean, unless it was a riot, why would you have to use deadly force? Uh, mm. Hey, them folks. Hey, tell me that part. Hey, Miss Veronica. Hey, let's talk about it all. Hey, this is weird. I don't. Okay.
table.
What the
Shit crazy
fuck?
over there. Yeah, that
You
shit
in
crazy.
a better place.
Yeah, man. I'm in a way better place. It's just boring right now until they move it down to the Underdome with the widescreen TV. Can't wait till that happens.
Oh, he's so perfect.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but I ain't got that long. I've been here 3 months, so it's automatic mandatory that I get a bond. So I figured that out too. They did some CI shit on me and told the judge don't give me a bond and to try to
They did some C. Hey, D Dub. They did some CI shit on him and told the judge not to give him a bond. Not his crimes are egregious. Let's not give him a bond, but yeah, okay, they did some CI shit. Justin's mom says, I seriously doubt that they have guns due to the fact that an inmate may be able to overpower them for anything could happen with a firearm in jail. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. So that doesn't make sense, but consider the source. I think I just said, hey, D Dub. I'm not sure, but hey, D Dub. Hey, Miss Principal. How are you doing? Justin's mom said, I know the tower guards have those rifles, but they don't have firearms. Yeah, I don't. That just seems strange to me. Hey, that girl and Michi 3. Welcome, 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 everyone.
keep me here. So I figured that part out too. That's why I ain't had no fucking
Why,
bond.
why they ship you right now?
Because
I know
man,
they
that shit
cool,
bad.
but
Yeah, that's why. Because they house me, they housing inmates in other counties. I
they
just
might
got
say, I wonder if they did that with people that got no violent crime.
no, it ain't no really no violent crime. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. They got a few little
They
aggravated
should have
felonies,
put
but
you in the Atlanta one. That one better.
oh yeah, they sent me here, but it is a lot of niggas ain't got no bond or can't make bond. That's what that is. They've been here a certain amount of time and ain't got a bond yet, or they can't make bond. That's what they house over here. So
Oh, okay.
you understand what I'm saying? So they got to make room because it's
Yeah.
damn near 1,000 niggas in intake. So when it's been get cold, because you know the homeless people getting cold, they ain't got nowhere to go. So they're gonna flood the population some more. So basically, what I'm gonna say, man, ain't no real players in here, man. It's a bunch of homeless niggas, man. Young
Oh,
homeless
his
niggas.
background as well.
Huh?
His background as well. Hold on.
What did it say? What did it say, Sonya?
I said, go ahead. He's back. He was getting in the car.
Oh, what
Hey, Delicate Dell. Hey, Blue Bear. Hey, Extra AF.
did he say?
Hello.
See, he back.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm saying basically what it is, it's a bunch of young homeless niggas in here. That's why I be trying to tell you, I'm proud of you, bro. These motherfuckers can't even walk on your shoes. For real. These niggas your age, homeless.
Yeah.
He said they can't even walk on your shoes. This is true, said, I used to be a guard. They have guns, but it's kept in the armory. They're not allowed inside the jail. Guards usually carry them when escorting inmates out of the jail to court and hospitals. Yeah, I mean, so in order for a guard to actually pow pow someone, they would have to go to the armory, get a pow pow, and go pow pow them, and that makes no sense. Why would somebody sitting playing gambling at the dice table or whatever they was doing? Why would okay? It makes no sense. Hey, I'm free to be me. How are you? Hey, Miss HLS. He's proud of Dion for making his RIP shirts. Them folks said, so you mean nobody, Wild Bill Hickard, anybody at the card table in the gym? Yeah. Yeah, you would just get up, you playing Texas Hold'em, and a guard can just walk in and say, pow, pow. I mean, I just didn't, I didn't see that. And I usually get alerts and stuff like that for, Atlanta crime and all that. I have not seen that, but let me tell y'all what I did see. I saw, hey, Ray Della Lewis, the guy that was unalived by the bed bugs. I had seen pictures of his body before at a distance and stuff, but I don't know if it was the anniversary of his death or whatever. But they had, I was on Facebook, and I belong to a lot of groups that there are missing people, or where bodies have been found and they're unidentified, and they reconstruct, but they also actually show you the body. And I saw his body close up. Do y'all know, part of his lip was just gone, like it never existed. It was just weird. And his and I was trying to figure out, I know, bed bugs, they bite you when you're laying in your bed trying to rest. But looking at his body and everything, it had to be more than just bed bugs. I mean, what would make your lip disappear, and what would make, I've seen bed bug bites. That just did not look. Something was strange there. Something was very, very strange. So that's why I really, really want that for Nesto. I really want him housed there where he belongs, and not in, the high tech Cobb County. Hey, Aaliyah TV.
For sure. So all that shit you tell me, them young girls and niggas be homeless, I see it all day right now. All day. That's a fucking shame. All they on that shit.
It's hard out here. It's hard out here.
Man, that's fucked up. Well, my phone back here say I'm bullshit, Dion. She said I can't go over there. I told her I live a normal life. She told me I don't live a normal life. She told me
He
I'm
can't live a
bullshit.
normal life, right? Because you are bougie. Shut up.
No, I'm not.
You can't live a normal life.
Exactly. Thank you. I said that.
Right here ain't nothing but another part of his movie.
Oh my God, why is that too? Exactly. This is just a chapter in your film. Oh my God, I said that. You cannot live.
It's so crazy.
She said this. She said this is just a chapter in your film. What? Huh?
You can just do his part. You ain't got to add me in. You get to deal with the extra people around him. Oh, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
Listen, I could live a normal life. No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
It's normal. They just swap you over and put you over there with like you. Man.
What? I forgot about that.
That was shit you on over there.
That's probably where the fuck he at. Ain't that some shit?
That's it.
Yeah,
That's what he did. You over there. They sent them over there.
Okay.
Oh, cause he said he had a threat in his life.
No, they can't have him over there. Over there.
They can't have him and his co-defendant.
Oh, because the co-defendant over there. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Not the co-defendant.
What? His ops?
I got it.
Yeah.
He got too many ops over there.
Okay, I got it. Sonya like your folks who got your mom that paint your mama house. You know what I'm talking about?
Say what?
I say Sonya like your folks who painted your mama house.
Do you notice this is
real?
this is the first time I've heard this man call her Sonya. I mean, maybe I just ain't been paying attention, but this is the first time that I've heard him call her Sonya. He's called her Sonya several times on this call. Allegedly, in Harmon said, Nesto, you're a fake, in my Alexander O'Neill voice. She's a fake. That girl says, Sonya, at least you know he said you can't afford him. He sure did say that. He lives. Have you ever seen somebody who enjoys a life of luxury and this is how they talk? I mean, really. Petty Patty says Sonya thought Dion like her until she met the real Dion 2 calls later. And Bible Lady says, I'm convinced that Dion shared space with Oscar the Grouch in the trash can. His phone is trash. I know. Oscar had a better phone.
Oh.
Yeah. How about that?
I don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, I get you. He's trying to say I'm a thug.
Yeah, I
What you
get
trying to say?
you.
You say like a man, you went in the store and we seen a sucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? And then we go somewhere else and we see another blow pop nigga just like that other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'd be like, shit, nigga, that blow pop. You know what I mean? And we'd know like, okay, he did like that last time. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I know what you're trying to make reference to. I'm trying to figure out how the people that can't go out. How are they?
So say boom. So say like say we go do something, right? Boom. Come through. These folks, we at the Met Gala, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's that one cold night, that cold, ice cold. You know what I'm saying? Ice cold. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. So next time we catch somebody, we're like, okay, damn, they go ice cold. She cold like the last person. You know what I'm saying? The last person at the Met Gala. You know, you ain't regular at the Met Gala. You know what I'm saying? They get money. The company looking like Cinderella. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But every time I reference to you, you'll be ice cold.
Hey, Dimples Wimples, I agree with you. She said Dion is talking out of a styrofoam cup, and I do believe that because that is absolutely what it sounds like. Hey, honey, say that. How are you? Mai Tai is here. How you doing, Mai Tai?
Mm-hmm.
So these people that he's talking about that's why they ice cold.
Yeah, okay, I see.
But how he know we're going with the paint. You get what I'm saying?
I see.
They know enough from having the beat and they painted the whole White House. The turn it to a castle. No cap.
Oh my God, this is
Okay.
just.
That
Hey,
is just
Kimmy
funny.
K.
Is a child. Did you praise him?
Okay, yep. Day one with the bicycle. Yep, sure right. Yep,
That's his
that's
son's best
right.
friend.
Huh?
I said, that's his son slash best friend.
Oh, and they got remember like goddamn down. Niggas tell you everything you thought you forgot about. Yep, don't slip.
Hey, Karen
All the way
S.
around. Keep me in track. Every time I get slip, I get all right, nigga, you right. You sure right. I bite down to the nigga now when you're right.
Look, them folks said, "Why is she pretending to understand that not this nonsense?" Exactly. I mean, what in the world? Obsessed with the mess. Hey, says how did he not raise damn Dion? Dion since day one. I know. And didn't he say tricycle? And why didn't Dion check him for lying? Exactly. Natasha Razor Glam. Hey, says, why is Sonya got to be involved in the conversation? She's trash. I don't know. I don't know. And that's what's irritating. The boy, he loves his deity, right? He don't get to talk to him that much. Why does she keep interfering? Let him talk. Let him talk to his daddy. That girl says Sonya's so happy here to no phone calls from Muttley. Patty Patty said, I'm convinced Dion has two phones. His calls are clearer when Nesto calls him without Sonya. You know what? She might be using two phones because remember how when Sylvia interviewed him and she was doing it using two phones? That might be why. That could be why we can't hear him. But like, I'm like reading the closed caption, and even closed caption is like, what you say? I mean, they're not even so, but that's probably what she's doing using two phones. Um, no 54 said he raised Dion since the tricycle. So that's what the tricycle was, that tricycle part. But yeah, that as everyone was saying is a lie. She had yeah, well, this is just ghetto. Hey Mons,
Right now. You right. You sure
Okay.
right now. That is
What
called
is that?
respect
you
right there.
sure
But
right.
that is your father.
Hey, them
Huh?
folks letting you ride out over there, ain't it?
Right.
Yeah, 30 minutes, man. Yeah, I like it. First I was kind of mad because I had got a program over there. But now, because she emailed me every day and I get to look at that, some pictures through the email. And I had to get used to that new technology shit. I'm used to them hardback
So you
pictures.
can't do that over here.
Not over there, they can't.
No, but they
They
got the
got another
iPad.
situation over there.
Yeah, but they got an iPad, but the young boys nigga keep in their room, but they gonna move me to the honor dorm, and I can work around a little bit better there. But I can move, but I ain't got that long by a couple of days left. Get a little bump out the good. Yeah.
He ain't got but a
So
couple days left,
we
y'all.
rock and roll again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it ain't be long. Shit, I just missed the summer. They ain't really nothing. Yep.
Would you say, Justin Small? That was an awfully big tricycle. An awfully big tricycle. AK's POV said Nesto lied and said he raised Dion. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Petty Patty said at Miss HLS, I think Nesto calls him on a different number. This is true, says a couple hundred days. A lady. Did I speak to you, a lady? Hey. Karen S said he don't know the difference between 3 and 13. He thinks the one is extra. Honey say that said days and days and days and days left. And he's still sitting. You ever see them old jailhouse movies and stuff where they putting the days on the wall? Nesto should start doing that at the top, the bunk. Just making, do that, Nesto. That'll give you something to do. Right? Tell me that part. Say it's been a whole lot of couple of days.
It'll be all right. Shit. The white folk just don't like to see a nigga moving. And the bitch say, hey, I just saw your business sitting out in the yard. And I was trying to figure out why was the business sitting out in the yard? Cracker do it all the day long. Bitch just ran my tag sitting in the goddamn yard. That's some crazy
Mhm.
shit, ain't it?
Ain't no police officer said, I saw your business sitting in the yard. How does a business sit in the yard? Or does someone have another interpretation for what that actually means? Miss Principal said, y'all forgot he gonna be released on the 30th. Miss Principal, give us free. He's he up there with the chains on, talking about give us free, and he's still there. Still there. Bible lady said he can't put the numbers on the wall because the ninja can't count.
Well, a lot of rich black folks stay in the hood. They don't get bothered.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how all this shit started. That's how it all started. Car sitting in the yard. Remember that picture I had sent you that time?
Mhm.
And I had called you. I was like, he gone?
He here.
Nah. What you saying?
I said, you remember I faced you had called me by accident, and I was at the yard over there, in the bus in the Benz parked right there. That way car was parked there.
You said who called you by accident?
No,
Yeah,
no,
he
no,
called
no.
me by accident when you was out there with Uwe talking. When you and Uwe finna get into it.
Right.
Yeah, and I was out there in the yard out there, and you was FaceTiming. It was out there in the yard. So that's what she was saying. The police, the same detective you talked to, they ain't caught me doing no crime or nothing. So that's some bullshit. So right now I'm
No, they didn't catch you doing a crime because the crimes were already committed. They arrested you because of a crime. Friday Child Hey says he sounds like Fred Sanford. Petty Patty said Nestor has 5011 stories about that day he was arrested. How about it? Guns pulled on him and he was recording and they made him get on the ground and lay on his stomach. Justin's mom said that room would be like graffiti. AK's POP said, what? Tricycle? He didn't meet Dion until he was 13. Nestor was in jail. Say J said he's saying people wasn't minding their business, so they ran his tags just to be running his tags for fun. Yeah, making my way downtown. That's what Officer Field was doing. And she said, there's a black man in the yard. What is he doing there? Does he belong there? Let me run his tags. That's what she said. And she ran his tags and it was on. But here's the thing. Let's say a police officer pulls up beside me and decides he wants to run my tags. What's he going to find? Let's say a police officer pulls up in beside you, behind you, and you know, they're chilling, they're cruising, you're chilling, you're cruising, and they run your tags. What they going to find? Are they going to find anything? Cuz I think most of y'all in here, I don't think they're gonna find nothing if they run your tags. And thank you, whoever said Mary Willis, he had warrants. He had warrants. So what do you mean? You had warrants. You was going. If they had did a traffic stop on you, you would have been arrested. Shirley's divorce finally said, "Boy, you sound clown." Yes, he does. Hey, Shady. Pen Pal 50 said they act like 430 is a trial. It's only a final plea. Yeah, because a lot of people were saying that, and that's what I was like, that's just the final plea. This trial, we're looking at late 2025 as far as I'm concerned. But we'll see.
Probably for me a lawsuit lawyer. I need to start on that Monday.
A
I already thought
lawsuit
about it.
lawyer.
I need to start on that
What
right
kind
now.
of lawyer?
A civil
Lawsuit,
suit attorney.
a civil suit attorney. I need to have the best though.
He doesn't know to say civil attorney. He says lawsuit attorney. And let's say he's found not guilty, or when I don't understand when, because you can't sue, number one, for being wrongfully arrested until your case is adjudicated. And they say, "Oh, not guilty." But is that going to happen? I don't think so. But when they arrested you, you were wanted somewhere, and I don't care what jurisdiction arrested you. When they came to arrest you, you had warrants, not just in Georgia, but in other states. So what is your argument going to be? What you going to tell your lawsuit attorney when you hire him? And them folks ain't free.
So I need to figure that out right now. I can't slip on that at all. Got too much good shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't need to be arguing with nobody. I need to do like them crackers do. Just sit back and let them work for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think you was standing in the yard?
Yeah, I had the Bentley parked in the yard. That's it. Just parked in the fucking yard. That's it, with the gate behind me. With the gate
Followed you
behind
to
me.
the house?
Yeah, they were following me. Listen, man, the lady said, she said, yeah, I kept seeing a car sitting in the yard. I want to know who leaves their car sitting in the yard, not in the
I'm
garage.
at that same house with that kiddo.
Ain't no police officer said that. I don't know how they live in that particular neighborhood. I don't know what they do. But we had a garage, and there was never a car park. There was never a car parked in all of the years that my parents owned that home. They're the only car that at one time, the only car that was parked in the garage was the Oldsmobile that was broke down, and it was in there. Other than that, my parents never parked their car in the garage. So you mean to tell me Officer Phil set up and said, "Yeah, I ran your tag," because I said, "Well, who's got this car and they not parking it in the garage?" Police don't just, and I'm going to assume, because of the type of neighborhood that was, I'm going to assume police don't just ride through the neighborhood, because I know, like in my neighborhood, police didn't just ride through. There were other neighborhoods where the police would kind of rode through. And I know that there are officers assigned to your particular, like, say, for example, where I used to live, where my house was, every time I got into it, or every time I got attacked by that man I was married to, kind of the same police officers came, because that's like their beat. But they weren't just in the neighborhood driving around all the time. That they were nearby, but they just wasn't driving around through the neighborhood checking people's tags. That they just were not doing that. My Ty said that was the song Legacy Officer. Making my way downtown. I love that song. I really do. Hey, the celebrity juicer.
Oh, you had the bus park outside of?
Yeah, there. Yes. Yes.
You
Yes,
stand
sir.
on steps?
No, not that one. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's exactly it.
D Dub says some HOAs don't permit commercial vehicles to be parked overnight. And if it's a commercial vehicle, okay. But I still can't see. I would think the HOA would be like writing letters and stuff to you, not the police patrolling by running a tag, because it's suspicious because you're not parking in. What if you have a 2-car garage but own 3, 4 cars? Where are you going to park the other two if you only have a 2-car garage? I know, like, at a time, my father always had like multiple vehicles. He had a van, he had a car, he had another car, and then there was my car, growing up, and then there was my mom's car, and then my sister's car. So we had cars, and they was parked on the street. Okay. One person, no, the driveway, we had a one car garage, but the driveway you can put two cars in side by side. So both parents parked in the driveway and anybody else was extra. You parked on the street. Oh, I forgot about my nephew. So all of us growing up on the street. CJ said in Philly they have the boot patrol for outstanding tickets, but that's only in a if the car is parked on the street. I used to love to watch that show. I think it was based out of Philly, and I think they might have been in DC sometimes too, where the meter maids would go around, or the people would go around putting the boots on the car. I used to love to watch that show. Shirley's divorce finally said, who has time to roll through a neighborhood and check tags? They are so stupid. Miss Principal said, so now Dion has also confirmed and tied Nesto to the house as well, idiots. Yeah, because Nesto says, remember, I was standing outside on the phone FaceTime with you. So these people, they just, hey, Libra Queen, how are you? I am so glad that you were able to catch a live. Hey, 80% CMOS. She says, but Nesto, you don't even live there. You don't know nothing about that house or them folks. Justin's mom said at CJ, I watch Parking Wars. That's what it was called, Parking Wars. So I see them in Philly, but that was a long time ago. I used to love that show. D Dub said, did your dad have an ambulance? No, he did not have an ambulance. He did not. And when he had a custom van, but he built his own custom van. So that set out in the driveway. Wow. He didn't even do that in the garage. He did all that, cutting the windows in, putting the furniture, customizing the furniture to put in, all of that. He did in the driveway. We had no HOA, so all of that was done in the driveway.
That's exactly it. She's talking about, oh, I ride by there and want to know who had that bitch stopped by the house and ran my tag. She told me.
You have 1 minute
In the
remaining.
Thank you, Global Tail Link Lady, because Officer Fields did not tell him. She did not tell him that. So I wasn't the only one that watched. I love that show. So y'all know what I was talking about. I couldn't think of the name. Justin's mom said, I guess I brought up the right subject regarding parking wars. Ponytail was in Detroit. They be there too. I know. I definitely know Philly, because Philly is just if y'all don't know Philly, I'm sorry if y'all from Philly, but if y'all don't know Philly, parking there, especially if you going trying to go to the Merriam Theater and stuff, parking is treacherous there. It really is. It's ferocious.
bro.
Are you gonna call
You
me
ain't
back?
told me all that.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Sonya?
I wish you had been told me that.
Are you calling back or no? You
Yeah,
got
you
a
want me
minute.
to?
It's up to you and him. Y'all talking.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll call you back.
Man, funny.
Well, I might not can't call back because it's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to see. But I try to call back. I'm going to see if they're going to lock it down and let the other half that out. But, yeah, that's all that was. That same police who and when she seen me, I was going to cap my check that I got from the place when they gave me
Right, fuck
the,
that shit.
yeah. Huh? Yeah,
Huh?
that's what I was going to do. And I had to go get my registration out of the fucking car. That's the only reason I went back to the house. Because I had to get the registration to match my business account. That's the only reason I was going back. And I was just on the phone with her. What's on you?
Thank you for using Global Telling.
So when you got arrested, that's who you were talking to on the phone, and they caught you because you was on your way. Now, why was you on your way back to the house? Because you don't live there. Remember that. So y'all, I have been looking for the call um that Shay was referencing, the family affair, and I can't find it. I know what call she's talking about, and I can't find it. I was going to play that next. Shady said, most of my family lives in Philly. My cousin was on Parking Wars and gave them a fake name. Really? Wow. Bible Lady said, I might not, can't. This country bumpkin. Michi 3 says, can your volume come up some? Well, unfortunately, I have it all the way. Let me see. Yeah, I have it all the way up. It was just low. The way we figure is that Sonya was probably had one phone and was connecting it to another phone while Nesto was talking on the phone. So that's why it made a lot of it inaudible. The lady says, I remember Sonya saying she was talking to Nesto when he got arrested. Mm-mm-mm. More and more. That must have been that 5 minutes that he's able to call, when his wife went to work, as she said. So that is the end of that call. Like I said, I was looking for the family affair call, but I could not find it, which means absolutely nothing because I can't find it. But um, we can do I was thinking about doing a body cam. Michi 3 said, okay. Yes, she did. Yeah, she does do that a lot. Miss Principal said she has Dion on speaker and on her other phone. Yeah, that is good. I mean, phones, you can call. I've done a three-way call with a cell phone. So she can't just do a three-way call on herself. That's just weird. You found Parking Wars on YouTube at KSPO? Wow. Delicate Dell said if she was talking to him when he was arrested, why did it take her so long to find him? Yeah. Thank you, Delicate Dell. That was a very interesting thing to say because and Bible Lady said the same thing. If Sonya was talking to Nesto when he got arrested, why was she looking for him for 5 weeks? Hmm. So what are they trying to pull? What are they trying to pull with this nonsense? Because if they were, she would immediately know, and she didn't. If he got arrested and she didn't hear from him the next day or the day after that, why would she have to stalk Shirley's Instagram and his Instagram and be all over his social medias trying to figure out what happened if she was on the phone? Because wouldn't she immediately know? Very interesting for y'all to bring that up. Wow. Very interested. Whew. So what y'all want to do? Y'all want to? I was looking for that call. Like I said, I can't find it. So I can look for it. I can continue to look for it, or we can do a body cam. Michi 3 says she's lying about that. Them folks said, I think they had just hung up the phone before Fields made contact with Nesto. Because if she was definitely on the phone with him, she would have had a clue where he was. AK's POV said, we got a ticket in Philly for being parked in a spot for over an hour. We parked at 5:45 p.m. and the parking rules ended at 7 p.m. I was going to see Boys to Men at the Met on Valentine's Day. Wow. Wow. I remember we used to go to the Merriam Theater. We found a reasonable parking lot that we would go to and park and just walk to the theater. That theater, and there's another theater down there we would go to. Michi said, "Let's do a body cam. I love those. I get a good laugh every time." Okay, so y'all say body cam. All right, I have a body cam here that it's it was interesting to me. Where this couple, they are in a polyamorous relationship, and she was okay. Let me play it. Let me play it. And this body cam is being bought to us by Arrest Flicks. I'll share my screen and we'll get into it. Okay. I'm waiting. Someone has a good suggestion. Let's watch Nesto's body cam. I don't have it. You know what? I have that on StreamYard. I don't have it on here. I'll play it if somebody gets it, but I don't have it on here because I remember. Well, wait a minute. I don't know. I just might. I just might. I'm gonna play this one, and then I'll go see if I can pull it. Hey, Text Toy. Say J says I went to see Maxwell with two friends. I had bought the tickets. The one friend drove his Mercedes. He got a parking ticket. We called it even. Oh, you said don't be Georgia. I forget where this was. I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking Ohio, but let's see. Let's see.
It's late at night on May 5th, 2023, and two officers in Georgia are responding to a call about an altercation between two women at an apartment.
All right, did you call us?
No, sir.
Okay. What apartment are they in?
Yeah, was it a lady?
Yeah, I think so. You know the number?
Yeah, no, I don't know who called you. I just came to my wife.
Okay, we're good then. All right.
But if that's where you want, that's not picking up.
Okay, I'm not sure the number.
Okay,
Yeah, 160.
There's nothing like the police come into your house because there's a domestic disturbance and they don't know where to go. Miss Principal said, I'm screaming, it's Georgia. Okay, Black Lady, okay, oh, poor Georgia.
I got 165 up top, and then I got 164 on the bottom of the call. As I was calling her for clarity, so I figured. Is that upstairs? 164. Savannah PD. Sound like she's saying I'm not letting go. Savannah PD. Yeah, somebody's holding some. If somebody's got somebody hold, let them go and open the door. Savannah PD.
Yes, this is the female that.
Boy, I will never forget. I tell this story frequently because it just tickles me to death. That the police were coming to my house and I was trying to open the door, and my storm door had a window, a long window. So I'm trying to get that open, and that dude I was married to yanked me back. Boy, when them police, because he yanked me back to he was going to open the door. I guess he was going to explain everything away. Boy, them police saw that through that little window. They took him. As soon as he opened that door, they threw him down them steps so hard. Now, I may have been in shambles when I called him, but that just tickled me. And then he had the nerve to say he was soon because they threw him down the steps. I ain't see nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't see nothing. But ooh, that tickled me.
Let her go. Let her go. Let her go. Let her go. We in here. I felt that was the need to open up this door. Let her go.
Thank you so
let her
much.
Go.
What's going on?
Hold on. Let her go. Let her go.
Basically, that's what she is.
What's going on?
That's what it is. That's what it is. Big.
Do me a favor. Stay right here for me, please.
Basically, she read my messages, found out.
Look, these folks said they getting a monetization. They taking out the word bitch, hoe, and everything. Michi3 said, isn't Savannah the spooky part of Georgia? Is it? Savannah is, Petty Petty says Savannah is very historical. I know it looks like a beautiful place. I don't think I've been, and if I have, it was just driving through. But that's one place I haven't been that I really would like to go to is Savannah. CJ said the ones braids is gone. They've been tussling. Yes, they have been tussling.
I was cheating on her and she threw it. Cheating on me with 6 different people.
Okay, hang tight.
6 different people. Like, she's a.
Okay, where can we talk where just we can be away from them? Because I don't want you out. No, nothing being.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Can we talk right here?
Yeah, of course.
So, what is y'all relationship?
She's essentially my girlfriend.
Who are you?
I'm her husband. I just came to pick her up. I talked to you outside.
You her husband?
Yeah, I just came from.
Okay.
Pull her, pick her up.
So she's over the girlfriend's house, and that's the husband. And this is what they got going on.
What's going on?
She started a relationship with me and my husband.
Okay.
So we was like in a polyamorous relationship.
Okay.
she told my husband that she don't like him or whatever. So it was just me and her continuing to talk and keep the relationship with just us two. I've been here with her. She just got back.
What's wrong, Miss HLS? Why you in confusement? This lady right here, in with the black on, this is her husband, okay? And then the lady that the police is talking to is their girlfriend, and this is their girlfriend's apartment. Bella said, "Oh, a throuple." Michi 3 said, "What the hell?"
And I kept asking her about this girl that kept texting her and calling her and stuff. And I'm like, are you dealing with this girl? She was like, no, she's not dealing with the girl. And I said, well, you don't have to lie. You know what I mean? Like, just tell me if you're dealing with the girl. She said, no, I'm not dealing with the girl. I said, okay. So she told me that she had took her watch or whatever. She took her watch off at the girl house and all this other shit. So we supposed to be having like a movie night or whatever. And she fell asleep. So my intuition, I'm just like, she cheating on me, bro. Like, there's no way that she not cheating on me. So I go through her phone. She's still talking to her ex. She started a new relationship a month ago with two other people, another husband and another wife. She's talking to the person that she told me that was her godfather. He's like 45 years old. She said she's her godfather. She like, oh, don't tell her that we.
So this lady is sleeping with 6 people. Salt and Pepper Dresses said, "Wait, what? Y'all got to keep up now." Hey, Granny the Great. I'm gonna look for that. Let me capture that because I'm gonna look for that book. Sounds interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, y'all got to keep up. Petty Patty said that's the wife, girlfriend, husband is looking like he is just finding out. Yep, but nope. That was that was their thing. But I guess she wasn't into the husband, so mostly her and the wife hang out. Miss HLS said you got a whole husband, well, a half a husband, and four kids. Spoiler alert. Bible Lady said the wife and the girlfriend booted the husband out, and the ladies are in a relationship. Yes, and that is so weird because that's not how polyamory works. Leo Lady said, "You a married woman? How the hell is she cheating on you? Our girlfriend is cheating on us." Hey, I'll be off in a minute.
Dealing with each other and stuff, and it's just like how many times I asked you, like, is this not what you want? Just let me know this not what you want. You know what I mean? If this is not something that you want to be in, oh no, I love you, I want to be with you, and stuff like that. Me and my husband had a lot of like a lot of back and forth about this girl, but I told him I really love her and I love her a lot. And then so I go through her phone, and she just like just big. How you having sex with me, my husband? You going up with her somewhere else having sex with somebody else?
So what happened with the physical portion of that tonight?
Because I asked her, I said, just ask me one question before I go. Just answer one question for me. Why would you do something like that to me? She was like, I just want you to get out of my house. I said, no, I want to answer. Why would you do that to me? And she walked up in my face. She said, because I don't give a about you. That's why. And I punched her in her mouth. And we started.
Jackson Tabasco said, "This is ignorant." She is tore up. She is tore up. Shirley's divorce finally said the fake tears. Michi 3 says she is really upset about that poor Tink Tink. Yeah, she says she is having an affair with 6 people. Bible Lady said that's definitely not how poly works. I have friends that have been in successful poly relationships for years. There's levels to bring poly. It is. It is. Like I said, I don't have a problem with it, but I'm just jealous, so I can't do it. I can't do it. Salt and Pepper Tresses said the husband got kicked out to poly. Right.
Started talking, fighting.
She spent the night. She just decided to spend the night because she said she needed a break from her kids. I'm like, all right, come over. Everything, long story short. Watching the movie, I guess she went through my phone, saw that I was basically, essentially cheating on her. Her feelings got hurt. She started yelling and screaming and everything. I told her to leave politely. She did not want to leave. That's when I called 911 because I was like, I'm not about to do this with her. I'm a veteran and everything like that. I don't want to ruin that reputation. Called y'all, and they said they would send somebody immediately. Then I called her husband. I was like, you need to come get your wife. He was like, I'm on the way. She was like, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Can you imagine calling your girlfriend's husband saying you need to come get your wife? Yeah, she acting up. Miss Principal says I'm too jealous for all that poly stuff. I am. I can't. I'm not having it. Okay, well you'll sleep with me today and her tomorrow. No, no, not it. Not it. CJ said husband is like I got my own thing going on. Ain't saying nothing. Dimples Wimple said, I don't want my pH being thrown around like a frisbee. Tell me that part said, wow, come get your wife. Yes, come and get your wife. Oh, the celebrity juicer. Okay, that makes sense. She said that veterans keep weapons in the house because she does bring that up. She does. Bible Lady said at Jackson, Tabasco, you need a chart, sis. And AK's POV said, whose home is this? The husband grabbed some bags and walked off. It's the girlfriend's house. So she called him and said, come get your wife. So he's going over there to get his wife, and he picked up her bags.
Leaving. I guess her husband came, I guess, putting her stuff in his car or whatever.
Okay.
And then that's when y'all came and she asked me a question. I answered her question, then she punched me in the face. I think my lip is busted though. So yeah, she punched me in the face, told her to let me go, told her to let me go. I didn't, of course, I tried to defend myself to the best of my ability. And then she said she's not letting go, she's not letting go. That's when y'all knocked on the door.
Yeah, I heard
And I
that.
tried to tell y'all to come in, but I guess y'all couldn't hear me.
I just kept hearing it was hard to discern at first, but I kept hearing I'm not letting go, and then that's when I said, let me test the doorknob and see if I
Yeah.
need to just
Yeah,
come
her
on
husband
in.
was putting her stuff in. And I punched her in her mouth. Then we started talking.
Okay, so ma'am, can you place your hands behind your back, please? You're under arrest for battery, DBA. Put your palms together like you're praying.
And of course, she don't think this is fair.
And that's based off what I saw when I first walked up to the house, and I heard the cries saying, I'm not letting go, I'm not letting go. And even when we came in, I saw your hands grasping her hair, and you still didn't let go. So based off that, I'm placing you under arrest for battery, DBA.
That's fine.
Your wrist is what?
My wrist is kind of like numb.
Okay. Where you guys? Was it from like a punch or something, or did you
No, I
hit
was
it?
trying to, like I told him, I was trying to defend myself. She had my hair pulled, so I was trying to grab her hand off of me. And she's like yanking me and everything.
I don't feel like I should be arrested, sir.
Oh, well, that's state law.
Yeah, she says she doesn't feel like she should be arrested.
We have one black female.
Mind you, she said she punched her in her face. And the girlfriend says she punched me in my face. I think I got a busted lip. So they're both saying that she threw the first punch, but she don't think it's fair that she's going to jail.
Female
We
1095, our
was
calls are
fighting
28.
each other.
Well, based off
Yeah, that's what it is. She feels like because they were fighting each other, but they were fighting because you punched her in the face.
what I heard and what I observed when I walked up,
But if I'm going to jail, she should go to jail too, because we was fighting each other.
well, I only go off what I can prove, which is what I saw. And
Yeah,
when I walked up,
but when I was holding her, it's because she was trying to hit me. So I told her I'm not going to let her go so we don't be fighting. That's what I told her while I was holding her, and I told her I'm not going to let go till the police got there. I have 4 kids. I do not need a record.
okay, come over here. 46 to 44. Are you free for a pat down?
I don't have anything on me.
Can you imagine getting arrested for the very first time because you were at your girlfriend's house and y'all got in a fight? And you got a whole husband and 4 kids at home. That's where you should be. You don't want no record. Well, it's too late for that. So she was holding on to her until the police got there, right? Celebrity juicer, self snitching. She was holding on to her until the police got there, but the police knocked on the door. And they went in there. They had to remove her from her. They had to take her off of her braids. So the police were there, and she didn't let go. So what is she talking about? And yes, AK's POV, Mary Will, 4 kids. She's got 4 kids. Yes, and she should have been at home with them 4 kids and that husband instead of over there with the girlfriend chilling.
Procedure.
It must be nice. I mean, how many of y'all 4, 5, and 6 kids, and you said, "Well, I need a break. I'd like to go over here and chill with my girlfriend or my boyfriend." That's the life, I tell you. Michi 3 said, "Think she better let it go." Looks like another love TKO.
And I'm still gonna get locked up and I have children, sir.
I want to investigate,
We're fighting each other.
but based off what I saw,
I told her I was.
I'm gonna get locked up and I have children. Yeah. You was fighting and you have children. You was at your girlfriend's house instead of home with your children. A lady said this reminds me of the Shannon Sharp situation when people don't want to be freaky anymore. Leave them alone.
that's the reason why you're in cuffs right now, based off what I saw, because
I told her I was not letting her go. And she was telling you guys to come in the house. She said, come in, come in. Because I told her I wasn't going to let her go because she has a gun. Did not want her to shoot me, so I was holding her.
Was Amber one of the names in the text messages in a relationship with her?
And when she is in a relationship with me and my husband, it's supposed to be me and my husband's girlfriend. But I guess she is having with other people, and she's putting me in danger of transmitted diseases. The guy,
Yeah, she feels like she's being put in danger because this woman is messing with multiple people, and that's putting her at risk, her sexual health at risk, I guess.
another guy. His name is
individual.
Terrence.
Okay.
So she's having a relationship with him as well. She's also having sex with her godfather that she told me that was her godfather. His name is PJ. So I woke up. I started getting on my clothes. I said, Chloe, I'm about to get ready to go home. She said, I called my husband and told him, can you please come get me? And I woke her up. I said, Chloe, I'm about to get ready to go home. She asked me why. And I said, I can't believe that you're doing this to me. Her told me that she loved me. And then she bought me a ring because she wanted to marry me. And I was like, I don't understand why you're doing this. I said,
Oh, I don't remember that part. She bought her a ring because she wanted to marry her. Okay, but she's already married. AK's POV says so she had her overnight bag at her girlfriend's house. Girlfriend called hubby to get her. He came, picked her up, overnight bag, and left. Who was watching the kids? This is true, says she sound clown. Say said, how you gonna tell someone they can't have sex with someone else when you got a whole husband, girl? She ain't committed to you if she's getting into a polyamorous relationship. Friday Child said, but she has a girlfriend even though she's married. Them folks said she need therapy.
it's not even just one person, it's multiple people. Like you are something. She was like, he's back on me. And I said, I'm not even going to fight you anymore. I'm just going to hold you here until the police come. And we was tussling back and forth.
Why didn't you release her at that point once we announced ourselves as police?
I know. I went to school for criminal justice too, so I already understand the whole
I just
concept.
we'll feel better.
I'm just gonna close. I'm not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no. So, like I was telling this officer here, when I came here, I got a call about 1 o'clock. I got 4 kids.
Okay.
4 kids. Left my kids at home. Came here to pick her up because I already know the whole time I told my wife this was a bad idea, right? Since day one.
What did your wife tell you when she called you?
Nothing, but that's why me and the person I was on the phone with were confused because she basically, so essentially when she called me, we was talking regular. They went out They went out tonight, went out to go eat at Graffito. Everything was fine. They was smiling, laughing, happy. So I'm at home to talk. About 1 o'clock, I'm gonna be real. My wife was like, "Oh, I'm mad at her. They wanted to do some stuff, right?" Girl, she didn't want to do nothing. I told my wife, I said, "Well, I've been telling you since day one that she's doing something."
So say that again. So she wanted to do something, but she didn't want to do something.
They
They want they wanted to do some stuff. AK's POV said husband is in the sunken place.
both kind of want to always, when they get together, they always want to have contact, not physical contact, basically. Because she only wants to do it when she wants to do it. So essentially, she was giving clues earlier during the day that she wanted to do it. So my wife was like, okay. So my wife got back. She was like, oh, I'm trying to do it, but she don't want to do nothing. That was fine. My wife calls me back and like, starts sending me pictures from her phone. Different people that she had the couch, was at the couch with. I was like, what do you want me to do? She's very verbally abusive. My wife is never physically abusive. That's why because like I told him, when I first came here, before you came, I was already here. So apparently she asked her, did you ever care about me? Or why did you do this? She said, because I don't really care about you, to be honest. And so, I guess, but I was in the car, like I said, so when I saw you go up there, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's where you going. And so
Michi 3, they were all supposed to three be in a relationship, but the girlfriend decided she didn't like him, so it's just the two women. Allegedly in Harn says, do you have a boyfriend? Asking for Shaby's cousin. Justin's mom said, this is weird. This is why these younger people are screwed up. Them folks said, this is why you don't do this weirdness. Salt and Pepper Trusted says they need to go and watch the poly tutorial to learn how it works. Yes, because they don't seem to know how that works. And by the way, I do have I just got the Nesto's body cam, so that'll be the last thing we look at after this. This is almost done.
they both was on each other. Well, sure, they both was on each other. Nobody was predominant here. I mean, it just looked like that when you walked in because she had her hair, but nobody was really predominant, to be honest with you. They both was on each other. So,
I kind of what I saw.
You know what I couldn't figure out when I watched this? I could not figure out if the husband was in the house. So like when the police got there, the husband was already in the house. That's just weird. I mean, he didn't try to break him up or anything like that. Good night, Delicate Dell. Have a good day tomorrow.
Saw was when we walked up and we knocked, and I heard something that was undiscernible at first, but it was definitely a female's voice. So we walked closer and we started listening. It was 164.
there's no domestic relationship because it really, like I was explaining to him, because my wife was not explaining it, and she would explain the same way. There's no relationship here. There was more of like a fun time. Like she's never here, so there's no relationship to be like me and my wife live together.
See, let's even but he's trying to say it can't be domestic violence because there's no kind of relationship because she's in this location and then she goes to another state. So she's not always at the apartment. So this could not be a domestic situation. Petty Patty said husband said he wasn't getting in between that relationship. Natasha Razor Glam says, how did this little pipsqueak get multiple wives and I'm here with y'all on Saturday night? Okay, how about it? That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. Hey, the woman he chose.
Married, like y'all live together, y'all always with each other. It's not like that. She's always in Alabama. She's always gone. So it's not a physical. I mean, you get what I'm saying. It's not like a relationship over here.
And what I saw was Miss Teresia in control of that.
I told her I was going to get a restraining order. She said that's just a piece of paper, so I don't know what my next step is going to be after that.
She was charged with battery under the Domestic Violence Act.
Yes, this is definitely why you don't get into these kind of relationships if you don't know what you're doing, and this is why I said I could not be in this type of situation, because I would not handle it well at all. So y'all, I got wait a minute. So I have Nesto's body cam. Let me see if I can. Okay, I got it. Let me download it. And it is on Houston Foodies channel, so that's where we will be. We will be looking at Houston Foodies. She's got the body cam, so that's what we're going to be looking at. Let me go. Let me go back. Let me see. It's downloading. Give it a minute. It can't be that long. How long? Okay, well, it's still downloading. It don't usually take this long, so this is like a whole full-fledged video. Them folks said Justin's mom said, right, the husband didn't have a full picture. I Revive says, how does she keep a job sleeping with all those people? Good question. Good question. Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, okay, it's there. All right. Well, okay. Let me enlarge it.
Hey, you guys, I'm coming back to talk about this alleged victim, the real estate tycoon that Nesto took advantage of. Got that lady for $250K. Nesto promised to elevate her image. However, he took her money and used it to buy his wife, Shirley Strawberry, co-host of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, a G-Wagon. Let's dive into the document. Or whatever.
Is she got? I don't. Okay, I don't want to
exchange. Make sure you stop looking at Sonya gave.
Okay, here we go. Oh.
He's trying to connect every piece of information to the car, which I think will be difficult to do. Now, let me take my phone back.
There go the pimp. There go the big player. Look at the player. Big player. I didn't see them throw him on the ground. I didn't see them throw him on the ground, y'all.
So at this point of the video, when I'm watching it, I wondered, I know I saw him with his phone in his hand, but if he was like I didn't see his phone to his ear. So how was he talking to Sonya? Granny the Great said Nesto be lying for no good reason. Just like a skinhead. Them folks said he made it sound like his arrest was a SWAT team. Yeah, they threw him on the ground, but even before I saw this, I was like, well, how could they have thrown him on the ground? Because he has, oh, y'all, wait, I just thought of something. Let me see something. Because I just thought of something. Take this down. Take that down. Okay, I thought that I had this. It's not here. I know I have it over on. Well, no, we'll just continue to play this. Let me reshare my screen. Okay. Let me make sure that worked. Okay.
Hey, Wooten. Hey, Woo Woo. Woo 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 Woo.
I can't remember. Sonya was in court this day, wasn't she? Didn't she? She heard all this evidence and she was there. I thought, because isn't this when was she served? Isn't this when she had on the pink and the it was cold outside and she had on the pink sandals? Um, I could. DW said I can go straight to Pam's. You know what? I really I think maybe for Friday, depending on what we do, I might bring my because my copy is a little bit blown up and stuff. Petty, okay. Petty Patty said, yeah, she was there. So she's seen this and heard all the evidence. Mr. Williams, how are you doing? Can you go ahead and turn around from so you're under us? See, now, if he, okay, they said, I cannot with this ACDC shirt because I cannot unhear natives singing the alphabet. But if he was talking on the phone to sign, wouldn't his phone have been up to his ear? Because like, what would make him think that the police was there for him? And remember, he said he was recording. He's not in recording position because if you're recording in the recording position, you would be holding your phone up. Nola Brown said he is homeless but looking for commercial property. Why? Somebody please explain that. Why?
Mr. Williams. Yeah, yours. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, let me be quiet. Let me be quiet.
Why does he have on red sneakers? Oh, y'all, I've seen this before. Hey, Facts to Feather, I've seen this before, but I am really just now getting the full picture because I guess I'm really paying attention of how too little this shirt was. I see it now. I really see it. AK's POV said they were talking about that ACDC shirt last week. Yes, it was. Facts to Feather says for some reason people like to talk on speakerphone. I can't stand that. I cannot stand that. There's a warrant for your arrest. No, he didn't tell the people. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I mean, really? Do you think they're gonna hold up because you said so? Hey, Muffin 218. Them folks said I don't think they were on the phone. I think he just hung up with her.
Did he say hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on? Did he say that? I'm not gonna rewind.
Yes, sir. Brother 1-1 custody. I was about to say lunch. We're arrested. I got it on film now. That's okay.
How does he did y'all he said I got it on film now. How does he got that on film? Well, first of all, the officer just took his phone. But what does he mean he's got it on film? And when I watching these body cams, when I hear people say that, they've got it on film too. All of them, every last one of them. And I know, there have been incidences where they've been manipulated. But did he think that was going to stop them or scare them or something? Granny the Great says so true at Sage 8 line on a recorded call. He thought it was private, even though it's recorded. It's not supposed to be exposed like this. Actually it is. Per the Freedom of Information Act, we have a right to know what these criminals is doing. We have a right as the public. Justin's mom said he could not dress unless Shirley picked his outfits out. I believe that because this is really, really that thing is too little. And I'm just now noticing it. Bible lady said, how is he filming with his hands behind his back? You're right, Granny the Great. He sure didn't think so, but poor little Nesto.
Nesto, they haven't done anything wrong. What is having it on film gonna do? They're filming it too. Ninja.
Officer Phil said that's okay. Hey, DJ. DJ said maybe dash cam in his car. Well, yeah, especially if when them security cards, he has all of the equipment. So that's true. Yeah, Nola Brown, A C D C E F G. Natasha Razor Glam said Nesto is dressed like Beavis and Butt. He sure is dressed like Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to fix it for you. Okay, can I fix it for you? Okay.
Please do.
Can you turn your hand up?
Right, Peppermint Patty said, you think he's never been arrested before. This is not his first rodeo, right? You are so right. 19 cycles, and he's acting like he don't know how it's done. Kimmy Who said, did he say he had to pick up his kids from school? He ain't said that yet. He probably didn't think to use that one. Petty Patty said that raggedy truck didn't have dash cam. T-Dub said, I told y'all that was Shirley's shirt, a promotional gift from the radio station. Obsessed with the Mess said, I would love to hear Native's ACDC alphabet right now. I know, right? I know. Native, I wish I could beam you over right now. Hey, Blue Sapphire.
Nesto, untwist your wrist.
Twist your arms onto facing. There you go.
Nesto, you should have gave Gail her money back, Nesto.
Thank you.
Nesto, you should have boosted Melody Scretchen's social media image, Nesto.
It is. I know you are. You're Ernest Williams. Okay. And that's just like that. I know exactly who you are. And there's a warrant for you out of Roswell. There's a warrant for you out of South Fulton. Yes, sir.
Out of Roswell.
You heard correct. Roswell and South Fulton. Boo.
Just not. Turn around for me. Can you grab the belt for me? Okay, we'll definitely do that. We're going to stop by the station first, okay?
He needs to call his people to come and get his truck. Tell me that part said I'm waiting on the slamming part. You wait, yeah, you excuse me. You waiting for him to be slammed on the ground and make him lay on his belly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
You got where your keys at? You have the keys, Ivan? Okay. Yes, I know it's an active one. Yeah.
And this is how you know he lies, because remember he said, he don't have he runs his name, so he knew he ain't had no warrants. Well, apparently you ain't been running it right. Kimmy Who said fake a seizure. AK's POV said, oh, he wanted someone to come and get the truck instead of the police take. He sure did. He sure did. Now, as many body cams as we watch, you rarely hear people mention their vehicle. It's like an afterthought, or the police usually ask them, did you drive here, or how'd you get here, or whatever. He immediately says something about his vehicle. So to me, that was an indication that there are some things in there that people might want to see.
We have one out of Roswell for you. It's an active warrant out of Roswell. For that by deception. Okay? Yes, sir.
Out of Roswell? Them octaves is going up and down and everywhere. Ray Del Lewis said, I bet he wasn't going to call Shirley to come and get the truck. I bet he was going to call Dion. Oh, I bet he was too. I bet he was too. Granny the Great said AK's POV because of the black bag with the evidence in it. Mm-hmm. Y'all want him tased. I want to see something. I want to see something because they threw him to the ground, made him lay on his stomach. They did all these things to him, and all I see is him whining and complaining. It's so tight. I don't know anybody around.
I wants to hear Nesto try to understand why he's being arrested. Look at.
Wait a minute, Dimples Wimple said he's hitting Gary with the T octaves. He sure is. Honey Say That said he definitely didn't want the police to get that truck. AK's POV said even the DUI folks get a phone call to get their car. Hey, Eve has many faces. How are you? Eve has many faces. That's what I was wondering too. What in the world are those sneakers on his feet? I was wondering the same thing.
At him. He just got done pimping out of the Hilton. All clean shaven and shit. Hold on.
Yes, I know it's an active one. Yeah.
Negro, these folks then came and cuffed you. And what you mean call and see if it's an active warrant? They knew it was an active warrant when they said Mr. Williams. They knew that. Call and see if it's an act. This man is crazy. Eve has many faces, says Silly Sonya says she got the amount gun in his emails. Nesto was conned by yeah, I heard that foolishness. Shirley's divorce finally said this fool don't have no clothes. Yes, he was pimping out of the Hilton, laying up in there.
It's out of warrant. We have one out of Roswell for you. It's an active warrant out of Roswell. For that by deception. Okay? Yes, sir.
Roswell? I don't know nobody in Roswell. I don't know nobody in Roswell. Out of Roswell? I don't know nobody in Roswell.
Hold on, while you have that, I need to call Deon because he may want to hear you.
Now, here's another thing. If I were arrested and I had just been on the phone with anybody, I would, at the very moment they're approaching me, I would hit the redial number. I don't know. I just think that that's something that I would do. Say said they look like bowling shoes with two-tone colors. Mary Willis said he should be charged with lying on the police, talking about they threw him to the ground. Can they sue? Is that civil? I want to know if that's civil. Bible Lady said he was lying up at the Hilton with Shirley when Shirley was living in a one-bedroom at her friend's house. What a bum. Dimples Wimple said, ooh, Sean about to pop all the seams out of his jacket.
Now do you remember that you and that other officer told him yes,
I can't hear.
Hoover need to stop. Well, I guess this is the. Let me see. Yeah, this is the. This is the end of that. I don't know. Is that the truck? Are they in the? Oh no, they was just. I was recapping it. Okay. So y'all, that is it. Wow, almost the shortest live ever. Mm. Mm. That is all I have for y'all tonight. But tomorrow night, I will be back on here and we will be doing some body cam, bonnets and bad weaves. I have caught up No, I haven't. I was caught up on the comments, but fell behind again. I'm still trying to get like resituated from when I was sick. So, Karen S says Sean is breaking fat in that suit. So I'm trying to thank you, Eve has many faces on the replay. And shout out to those of you who press pawn the replay. I will be doing bonnets and bad weeds. I was caught up on my comments and then fell behind again. So I'm trying to get caught back up on those. And I am almost done going through all my emails and Instagram posts. Uh Southside Chi Town, yes, it's an early night. It's an early night. But remember, I came on early. I came on early. So because sometimes it's nice to come on early and do this, and that way I have time to read or watch some shows or something. So a lady says, please hit the like button on your way out. Yes, please do, and thank you. But before we go, let me see if you know we got to check sometimes and see what the fat mouse is doing, in case something else is going on over there. So let me see. I am a fat mouse. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't see anything. Now she's talking about Gregory King, whoever he is. I don't know them folks. I don't know. Let me look at the other um see what's going on over there. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know them folks. And so wait a minute. Oh, it's Young Thug's brother. It says, is Young Thug's brother Gregory King waiting on Diddy's verdict? Diddy ain't even went to trial. What is going on? Mm-mm-mm. She was on praying earlier today. What's she praying about now? I thought God got her and she got a little seat and an umbrella and stuff as a gift. Um, Michi said, Legacy Moon is Saturday, child. We need more laughs before going to bed. Yeah, but I don't want to hold y'all. I don't want to hold y'all, and I don't really have anything. I'm not used to calls that I do being that fast. But that was a short call, so yeah, I don't really have anything else. Um, you said why do I know that name? Yeah, they apparently it's Young Thug's brother, but if he's waiting on the Diddy verdict, he'll be waiting a long time because yeah, he's not gonna. Yes, Black but not bitter. You saw that little seat for is she gonna take it to the courtroom? If she go in there and there ain't nowhere for her to sit. Hey, thirsty rabbit. Yeah, she gonna so she could be down to the courthouse and have a place to sit in case she needs to sit. Okay. And she got an umbrella and she got 50 to 11,000 secondhand headbands. This principal said that little seat gonna collapse under her weight. The only black but not bitter says somebody called it a hard button seat. You know what I wish I had, because I used to go a lot to the Sunfest over there in Jamaica, and you literally for hours are standing up. Um, and so there's literally people when you go into the festival that are giving you, they are selling, not giving, selling you cardboard boxes, like pieces of cardboard boxes for you to sit on the ground. Some people sit on the ground, some people literally go to sleep. But yeah, it is a rough thing when you are over there at that Sun Festival. And it used to be, Third World would come on in the beginning or somewhere in the middle. They decided to put Third World on at the end of the festival. They started doing that because Third World will get up there and perform for 2 and 3 hours. So they start putting them at the end, which I kind of didn't like because then I didn't get to see them. So, but yeah. So I would get one of them little seats to go there. Patty Patty says Sonya criticized all IS's little gifts. Let me see. A lady says, I will not do a stand-up concert. I don't know how people do. It's terrible. It is terrible. Granny the Great said they're gonna make a movie that seat out of the way. They're gonna make her move that seat out the way. They ain't gonna let her in. Listen, if them I had some product, some lady products in my purse one time, and I had to go to the courthouse. And they took them out. They took them out my purse. I couldn't believe it. I was just dumbfounded. D Dub said that Miss Principal, I saw that happen to a guy in February when he was on an excursion. And the only black but not bitter says she thinks she gonna get a seat instead of seasoned professional trained journalism from all around the world. I just cannot believe that they are, sending her to New York. Like I said, I don't know what she's covering. I don't know if she's co- uh, covering Diddy or what. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame says, I will be in the clouds listening tomorrow. I will be traveling back home. Oh, yes. Safe travels to you. And Native will be on tomorrow with his Strawberry Sunday at 1:30. I can't wait to hear what he is going to do. And as I said yesterday, we might have some special things coming up this week. You just never know what you might find, betweenst our three channels. So y'all have a good night. I am going to get out of here. Get yourself some self-love, some self-care tomorrow. Y'all take care. Shout out to the Marvelous Moonlight Mods. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the new members, the super chats. Y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.